YouTubers, it's Boss Magnus here with another Magic the Gathering Arena video for your viewing or listening pleasure. Well, it's that time again. It is Midweek Magic. And this week's Midweek Magic is Aetherdrift Constructed. Now, something about this that you need to know is you don't have to have the cards to do this. You can use any of the ones whether you have them or not. And as you can see, haven't even started, but what I have done is I built a deck. And if we look here, I'm going to go all the way to the bottom. I called it Midweek Magic DFT for Aetherdrift Constructed. And as you can see, it's telling me these are the wild cards I need to complete the deck because I don't have them. And I'll show you what we've got here. Today we're going to be doing a mono blue, where the victory condition that we're going for is the Riverturn Monument Mill. Yeah, I have no idea whether this is going to work. I haven't played it once, don't even have the cards, so you know that I'm not lying about that. We're going to give this a try and we're going to see what happens. So hopefully we win 3 matches in a reasonable time, or this could be really, really boring, really embarrassing. I don't know, but you're along for the ride here. Now you can see that it is an option that I can pick within the Midweek Magic, and I submit it, and you can see now it is all the cards are there. You can also see that it says craft all. I don't want to do that. Even though I see all the cards and there's nothing in the sideboard here, if I hit craft all, I'd actually try and use the few wild cards I have to actually do this, so we don't want to do that. We're just going to jump into Midweek Magic, Aetherdrift Constructed, mono blue, and see if we can make mill work. Okay. I figure there's going to be a lot of people doing a lot of decks out there that are going to be, I don't know, pretty regular. So I wanted to do something a little different. In fact, on my main account, I actually did the blue-black artifacts deck, and yeah, I went 3-0. I think, no, I lost 1. I went 3-1. So that was pretty successful, and I'm sure there'll be plenty of people doing other ones that are going to be working very well. I'm going to hold my bounce off. Nothing to bounce off here. They can keep their glide car. I think this is a really good option just for playing, having fun as well, because you do have access to all the cards, so it can help you see whether there's any that you want to actually utilize here. Okay, so we have some choices here. Diversion unit. It's a flyer. It helps us ping, but what we want to do is actually start our engines first, because we want to be able to attack with a diversion unit later, which perhaps I should have cast that first and then hit the diversion unit, but I didn't do it that way. So there you go, my first mistake. And then why do we want to be able to have the max speed? That is because the Riverturn, oh, that's Exhaust, or is it Aether Siphon at max speed? Whenever you draw a card, each opponent mills 2 cards. So that's what we're going for. Yeah, I'll bite. Do you have a trick? Nope. Okay. You have no maximum hand size. Not that I care right now. Do I want to block? I don't need more to block. I can use that to fly. Don't need to take care of them. Now, if I do this, I can hold the bounce off in case I need to. So why don't we do that? Give ourselves some options. And I can also have this in play to sacrifice it if there's something that I urgently need to counter. And we'll see next. I'm not going to attack with my 0-4. I said no, I'm not going to attack with it. Vinwixt, Verbose Host. Our opponent is Baratuba. Perhaps a baritone and a tuba player. Affinity for artifacts, 3/4 flyer. So, what I'm seeing is artifact, artifact, artifact. This is the blue-white affinity for artifacts deck. So because I want to attack through with my diversion unit, I am going to bounce off. I don't know what they're going to respond to with that. Okay. That was a thing, they did it. Okay, so I'm going to want to attack this thing. If you tap 3 other creatures, so if they tap 3 other creatures, it gets flying, but it doesn't have flying in other words. So I'm just going to attack with my diversion unit. Get my speed up once. Now I can cast the Glitch Ghost Surveyor, another one to swing, and then I could sacrifice the diversion unit when they try to cast the creature again, or I can use the diversion, my second diversion unit. So I want to be as mana efficient as possible because I could potentially cast both of these on a turn. I'm going to cast the Glitch Ghost Surveyor. And this leaves mana up for me to use the diversion unit to counterspell. There's the Memory Garden. Oh, that is only for an instant or sorcery spell. So, boom shakalaka, reading the card explains the card. Unfortunately, that's okay because I have fled the engine, so I can use that on my turn. And don't think that I won't. Okay. You can tap it in response. Still not flying. And I got my 2 flyers coming in. I haven't even seen a mill card yet, so I might win on 2 point through the air damage before I even get to mill. But by hook or by crook, we're going to try and win with this mono blue mill control deck. I'll end. I could cast the diversion unit, but there is a board wipe in white. Not that I'm that worried about the board wipe, because blue-white you're going to want to be playing out a bunch of creatures. Yeah, well, I don't know that I can do anything about that except for that. It does limit my attacks, though. I want this because when I hit maximum speed, it says if you would draw a card, draw 2 cards instead. So that means on my draw step, I would draw 2 cards. I had to have Car Raceways in here for if I could start my engines on turn 1. Well, I do want to get that max speed, but I can't get through right now, so I don't think that there's any discard. Like I said, I don't think they're playing the board wipe. So my hope is that they don't drop another Memory Guardian and I can swing through with my 2 flyers. Yep, your stuff got bigger. But you still can't block 2 flyers, so I should get max speed next turn. So I should be able to start drawing 2 cards, but is it enough? Is it enough to survive? No, I don't want to block that, because then I can get through. You'll take me to 15, but I'll take you to 10. I don't want to get rid of that, because I can, at max speed, discard and draw a card. Have 3 other untapped vehicles. Max speed. Okay, so that does not say as a sorcery, but would I cast anything else on my turn? I might. So let's do that. Because I can discard a card, now I should be able to draw 2 cards. Yes! Tight! And I'm just going to hold that for now. I just need to survive. Oh, they draw 3 cards and gain 3 life. That is big. They are filling their hand back up. Crew 6. So we have a 6/10 salvation engine. Does that thing just keep getting bigger? Ah, well, I guess I can do this again. Because you've still just got 2 mana. Yep, that's fine. If you have a trick to kill it, that'd be great. I'd love to get that trick out of your hand. Okay, so we've got a roadside blowout. We've also got Bo1 Ling. Well, let's see. Before we do anything, let's cast... No, we're not going to cast Kalorna because we've already got it. I thought we just lost her. Okay, Bo1 Ling. Create a 3/2 colorless artifact token. Vehicles you control have flying. Whenever one or more creatures you control with flying deal combat damage, draw a card. Well, that seems pretty good, doesn't it? Okay. So that should draw me 2 cards. Okay, I've got a bounce off and a blowout. And I can crew that vehicle. Yeah, let's just end the turn and we'll see what interactions we have to have. I'm feeling okay, even though we're nowhere near. Well, nowhere near winning, but also nowhere near the mill condition either. Okay, they're making pilots. You made pilots. Ooh, Baratuba. Baratuba. Okay, here comes the salvation engine, which I could block. I will pass to attackers. Let's see what you swing with. Return up to 1. Target artifact card from your battlefield. Ugh. Reading the card explains the card. I should have known that. I should have watched that. But I did not. I should have paid attention. That is a big stink. I'm going to pass the blockers, and I'm going to block here. And I'm going to take the 5. Pass the damage. And now you might ask me, why am I doing this? And that is because I'm going to bounce that back to their hand. So they could still crew the flagship. But not if I blow it out. Okay. So whenever you draw a card, each opponent mills 2 cards. That's what I want to see. Okay, so we want to do that. If only I had another mana. Dang it. But that does draw me a card, which is 2 cards, which then mills them 4 cards. Ooh, and I can play another land. Okay. Okay. So if I play a Raceway, and then I draw another card, which means I draw 2 cards, which means they mill. And then I have to be careful here. Oops, hit the mic. I have to be careful here because I don't want to die on the crackback, which means I have to have 1 flyer. That's a crew 1, so I'd rather lose that, but yeah. Oh, I know it's my turn. Don't be a pill. It's your turn to respond. Now you're roping. Oh, dang it. Yep. Oops. And that's the end of my turn. The question is, do I survive? Oh, look at that. They have Mu Yang Lin. Nice. I'll say nice. Oh, I see. So that's death. Good game. Come on, Baratuba. Respond. This would be great if you just roped me out and gave me the win, huh? I got greedy. I was attacking when I should have been focused on milling. Ah well, that's what you get. Well, that was try 1. Still learning how to play a deck. Let's see if it goes better in game 2. Round 2. Fight. Round 2. Wait. Wait some long more time. Their title is The Fervent. I wonder what that means. Okay. I mean, I don't know what a good hand really looks like here, but we've got interaction, we've got something to fly over. We don't start our engines until the 3rd turn. But we need a 3rd land, or we're not going to be doing a whole lot of anything. More likely than not, I'm going to get, what, bobbled and killed? Nope, nope, didn't happen. Okay, so that starts the engines as well as that. So let's start the engines with another creature. And then let's attack. So now we have 2 flyers that can swing. A 4th land would be ideal. Okay, so they're milling 2 and returning a creature or vehicle. So they got 1 to discard, and the other is... Okay, so they're playing black-white. Let's see. I'm gonna play that, but first I'm gonna attack. And then drop the Aether Siphon. So hopefully I hit max speed, and then when I am drawing, they're milling. Okay. It does not fly. That's okay. It can crew 1. So that's going to start swinging for 3. No block. Oh, Riverturn Monuments. I am going to want that out. I don't think I want to flood the engine yet. So I think I will do that. I could have waited, I suppose. Okay, so we're at max speed. That's good. We'll end the turn. So now, whenever I draw a card, they mill, and now I can mill 2 with 1 mana. I can also return a creature or vehicle to their hand. Okay, so they can embalm and make more zombies, and all the zombies are plussed. So it's not a crew 2, it's a crew 1. So they'll probably crew with the Ascendant and then also attack with the Ascendant and the other one. So I'm going to bounce the token. Just to take a little less damage there. I can draw a card. Because I could use another land, then I can double bounce. So if I get a land. So let's do that. It's fortunate. It's not the right color. But I can bounce and mill. So I'll add 1 and I will mill. And I know I'm feeding their cursed mummy, their cursed cloth wrappings, but... So they have 40 cards. I think I'm going to do nothing. Because again, I'd like to see if I could actually mill, so I'm not swinging to attack. I'm gonna hold back to try and defend. Yeah, that's not a legendary artifact either, so they can do more than one of those. Maybe that's what they'll want to do. Okay. We got all kinds of stuff going on now. Quag Feast. Okay, you're gonna destroy them, so... You milled 2 cards for me? That's cool. Crew 1. Just gonna attack me with the carrying cruiser, right? Oh no. Interesting. So I don't want them to have that. So I'm gonna pass the blockers. And then I'm gonna bounce that back to your hand. And I'll take the 2. So now they'll be at max speed, but I don't want them to be gaining and losing life and all that stuff, so... I'm going to flood the engine with them, so they're not stealing what little life force I have. And I'm going to wait, because I can either draw a card or do that and bounce. So let's just wait. So that token still has that effect. But they can't sacrifice anything right now because they lost their other creature. Mm. 32 cards. So any number of target players, each mill card is equal to the number of cards in their graveyard. So they have 13 cards in their graveyard. So that I can exhaust to mill 13. Which is not enough. Not yet. Yes, yes, yes. That's big. You're doing stuff. Pass to attackers. We'll bounce that. It doesn't die. So you don't get to drain my life, but I will take 2. Oh, okay. Okay, you can definitely do that. That sucks. Should have known the interaction. Well, Lottie freaking da. Oh, I don't know if this deck is gonna work. I mean, it feels like it's close, you know? So let's see, I can moo, which gives me the token, but I don't have a lot of other flyers. I can exile this to draw a card. I have 5, which let's maybe draw a card here first. Okay, that's great. So we got a land. And then who do we want to lose its abilities? lose 1 life, or sack a creature, which allows them to continue to fuel that, or the 4/4. I think probably just stop the 4/4. And just so I don't have to wait for triggers, I'm gonna mill them, and then that'll be my turn. And now let's see how we survive. So the Gas Guzzler can still start sacrificing those other ones. So it's not completely out of the woods here. Okay, so they have 21 cards in the graveyard, which means if I can survive, I should be able to exhaust them for the win. Will we make it? I don't know. Embalming helps to get a card out of their graveyard for them. Landfall gets 2 Bloodghast out of their graveyard, which is good for them. So now they have 18, so I can only get rid of 18. That's 7. And then you've got 2 black mana. Oh, that was more. I didn't see the Bloodghasts. Okay. It feels like it's just not enough survival. And I kind of feel like the just getting some inevitable bad draws by my opponent should get me a win or something every now and then. I don't know. Okay, we're up against Hermetics now. 2 bounce offs, Flood the Engine, go Glitch Ghost Surveyor. They go first. Yeah, I think if I don't go first, I think I'm very close to just losing. But we'll see. You don't know if you don't try. Blue-white of Artifact Affinity. Well, I'll tell you what. Since I have the mana up, let's do it now. Ah, really wanted that extra land. Yep, I'm gonna bounce it again because I need tempo. So I can either Ghost Surveyor or I can Flood the Engine. So these are when you activate an exhaust ability, draw a card. Okay, so it's not the... This is the exhaust deck. Okay. I don't think they're into exhausting yet, but return target creature or vehicle an opponent controls to its owner's hand. So I'm gonna do that because it's a sorcery, and again, trying to hit that tempo. Because I think like their deck is probably a little tenuous like mine, especially because they're playing exhaust and blue-white. I don't know how good that is. I mean, I've always seen exhaust be blue-green. But now they'll have enough mana to exhaust to draw that card. Oh. Wow. Okay. So I guess that's how I'm going to win. I'm going to win by tempo, not doing what my deck's supposed to do, and the other person getting frustrated. Well, I don't know if that's going to be a good example of my deck trying to do what it wants to do. Okay. What did we get? Ooh, it's a mythic. It's a Urgent Necropsy from Murders at Markov Manor. I think that's what it's called. Okay, game two. Two losses, one victory. And my one victory so far has nothing to do with what the deck tried to do. So put that in your pipe and smoke it. I'll tell you one thing though, bounce off. It's an all-star. I'm playing against blue. What is Z Gatherings? Oh, they're playing red-blue. So I'm guessing this is the draw discard, the cycling deck. But won't you be surprised when you see a River Churn Monument? Are you going to counter it? Or are you just going to respond by cycling? No. No! Well, that wasn't very nice. The Gatherings. We have a way of destroying your artifacts, Mr. Magnus. And the Mako gets bigger. The Mako gets bigger. But guess what? I got another one! Woohoo! So I'm gonna hold off to use this. Obviously I want to mill. But I also want to be able to bounce that Mako. And they are going to cycle through their hand, I'm sure. Hopefully they even cycle with red mana. Oh. Interesting. Okay. So we can do that again. Hold up the 1 mana and either bounce off or River Churn Monument. We don't have any creatures to be able to swing with right now though to get to max speed. I think that's probably one of the key design problems of this deck. Like, take a note here kind of thing. It isn't aggressive, so you're not doing damage quickly to get to max speed. And it really wants max speed in order to get the value out of the Aether Siphon. But the purpose of the deck is to not necessarily be attacking all the time. Okay, so I'm going to bounce it now. You can recast it, but that's a crew 3, so that's not coming at me anytime soon. I was going to say maybe this is the point where they quit too. But no, they did not. I'm gonna draw a card. I don't want to flood the engine with that thing. So I think I'm going to do this and make them think I've got something. Oh, but it instantly moves forward in action, so they probably know I don't. 7 cards in the graveyard. Exhaust is a 7-card mill. Not nearly enough. Okay. Now you've got some speed going. Other goblins you control have haste. At the beginning of combat on your turn, create a 1/1 red creature token, and that token attacks combat if able. Three coming at me. Oh, it's at the beginning of combat. Okay, so you could declare to the attacker. Ah, sneaky sneaky. Yeah, yeah, boy. You did your thing. I am definitely dropping that on you. And then I'm definitely drawing a card. And then I'm leaving myself open for another swing. Another Flood the Engine. Okay. $10 cards in the bin. Not enough. And they keep drawing and cycling and improving their hand quality. Yes, you can swing for 3. I meant 6. Okay, so we definitely need to get the flyer out there. And then we definitely need to take less damage. And I'm going to say next. Trick him up a little. Oh, Monument to Endurance. Each opponent loses 3 life. No. No, that's bad times for me. Every time you draw a card, I lose half my life. Every time you discard a card. That's milling, that's not discarding. Ay, 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 ay. Maybe he won't attack. He didn't attack. How many cards have there been? 12. So I can do that. That's not good enough. Okay, let's... I'm gonna do 3 blue. I'm gonna Flood the Engine. Tap Enchanted Permanent. Enchant creature or vehicle, so I can't do the Monument. But I can stop the Mako from growing. And then I can attack. I can up the speed. And then I mean, I guess again that's 12 cards. We'll draw a card. Oh. As a blocker, I gotta drop that. Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna fake it. We might just have a chance. We'll see. We'll see. Oh my goodness, it's tight. They got 3 cards. I mean, all they have to do is discard twice. If they can cycle twice. Oh, they quit! They quit! I didn't get to mill! Ah, but it's a victory anyway. Okay. So what is that, 2 and 2? 2 and 2, and I haven't successfully milled them out. What is our card? Another mythic. Millennium Calendar. Fun to build around, fun to joke around with. Not really a competitive card. An interesting combination with All Will Be One, though. Athlon of the North. Playing Tiny Bones. Okay, don't have any of my stuff, but I can start the engines. And a will. And I've got a Kalorna to block. So I'll either drop Kalorna to block, or I'll drop the diversion unit to swing. How much am I worried? I'm not. I don't want to be worried. I want to get max speed. And if you swing and kill it, you kill it. What am I gonna do? Yep. Okay. Well, Big Butt is in the house. What are you gonna do against my big butt? You're little. What are you? You're a little beastie. Gibberic Omnivore. 3/2 vanilla creature. I wonder if they're playing all the cards around getting the vanillas. That would be fun. It'd be a fun design. I think the interesting thing with trying to play a mill deck like this, though, is I think once people feel like you're most of the way there, they may just quit. They won't let you actually get the mill. So it's almost like you don't need to fully mill somebody out, you just need to threaten to fully mill them out. Okay. I'm going to want to do that to the Web Strike Elite. Or that. But I want to be able to get through with something, so we'll do that. Do you have another Web Strike Elite? Or are you just gonna block flyers all day, every day? I like your sleeves, Athlon. I got those too. See? Pretty. Come on, Tiny Bones. What you got going on? Thunderous Velocipede. Yes. Are you going to cast something else? Bring it in with even more counters? Or are you just prepping for the next turn? You are just prepping for the next turn, I see. Okay. So the question is, do I blow it out now? So what is this crew? This crew's with 3, so that's the Gibberic can do that. Which means that 5 is coming at me, but I can block with the Tyrant. So I have 5 mana, but maybe I'll draw into another one. So let's do this. You gonna turn on your Velocipede? Sure. No secret reach, right? One attacker. 3 points. Started my engines. Drew a card. I'm doing the thing. Look at me over here. I'm doing the thing. I'm also not drawing a land. So, oopie doopie. Okay, let's see what you are building into with your Velocipede. Oh, an even bigger World Tyrant. Yes, yes, you did that, didn't you? I'll say nice, because that is a vanilla creature and it is very large. Okay, so I don't want to see that swinging at me. So I'm going to bounce that back to your hand. And I got another land. And I'll play it. And I will do this again. And I'll swing again. draw another card. And let's get the mill on. Okay. I might have just helped them out if they were looking for more land. I mean, you might as well, right? Don't assume I'm gonna have another one. Okay. You want to swing with both creatures to do some damage, right? What is your scheme? Or one of your other 2 cards, you're going to do something with that 3 mana? Okay. Okay. I see what you're doing. What's Digitor's do? When this enters, if the opponent controls more lands, get a treasure token. And it came in with a +1/+1 counter because of the Thunderous Velocipede. So crew the Velocipede, swing with both. I'll block the Velocipede and I'll take 3. There you go. No, that was a good turn. Good turn for you. So. I'm gonna attack with Mu Yang Lin so I can get max speed. Don't really need the flyers after that. But do I want them as a blocker? I definitely want to do that. So I have 4 5 mana. That's 2 and that's 3. Yeah. I don't mind if that goes into the bin for something. Submit 1. And then this one. Submit 1 and do your worst. Let's see what happens. Because I really need to get the cards that, whenever I draw a card, allows me to... Ah, shit. March of the World Ooze. Houston, we have a problem. Everything is a base 6/6, and whenever an opponent casts a spell, if it's not their turn, you create a 3/3 green elephant token. Well, I'm not going to be making you any creatures, but you are going to be swinging a lot harder. Am I going to be able to survive? I can double exhaust, right? 5, 6, 7. 1 more land I could double exhaust. So that goes 8. I mill 8. That'd be 16. So then they'd be at 32, and I mill another 16. So that's not enough. Huh. Okay. Well, I'm gonna drop another blocker since you gave me a free turn. And then I'll just be exhausting, I suppose. Okay. No, I don't want to attack you. I want to try and actually get a mill win. I mean, I could have attacked to draw a card, which might have been the smart thing to do, but they've got a lot of power on deck. And besides, if the Surveyor goes into the graveyard, I can actually draw a card with it. So I can dump Mu Yan Ling, because I had 2 of her. Okay. There you go, now you're coming at me. 6/6 and a 6/6. So I'm actually going to... well, actually... I don't know if this makes sense, but I'm going to triple block. Because I think they'll take out the Mu and one of the ghosts. Because I can remu if I want to. And again, that's the only one that tramples. So as long as I can't give everything trample, I can do simple blocks. And that puts another card in their graveyard. So I have 13. So I have 7. If I exhaust... I can't believe it. They did not kill. They did not kill Mu. So I'm going to have about 3 creatures coming at me, and I have 2 blockers. So I definitely want to bring out another blocker. And then I've got 4 mana left, so I think I should draw a card. Okay. And then mill. And mill. And no attacks. Okay, so 17. I should be able to double exhaust to win on the next turn. Come on, let me do it. Don't see the victory path. Yes. Yes. Oh, right, that gives everybody trample. Shitballs. Shit. 13, that's 22 coming at me. So that's 15 coming at me. I guess it doesn't really matter. I take 9, right? Now that everybody tramples. Oh. Okay, let's see if we can do this. Yes, it worked! Unbelievable! Okay. Is it worth it? I don't know. Should you play this? If you want to. Oh, and I accomplished an achievement. Malicious. Well, isn't that cool? There you go. That is my midweek magic deck. And what kind of cosmetic did I get? Great. Just to review the deck again here. And I will put this into the description of the video also. We got some bounce offs as well as flood the engines for removal and blowout for tempo and removal. The diversion units are early flying attackers to be able to enable our max speed, but you can also sacrifice them later as counters. Kalorna is a big body. I like it, but she is legendary, and unfortunately you don't want to have too many of these. Verbose Host, also a really good blocker, but the whole max speed value on this one made me want to put 4 in here. I didn't see a single game where I was running into a situation where I had too many of them anyway. Also was looking for flyers to be able to not only start the engines, but also to be able to have evasion to get through, to be able to get to max speed. The flyers also work well with Mu Yanling, who, whenever you have a creature with flying, deals damage, draw a card. Avishkar, 4 might not be the right number. And in the last game you saw I had 2, but it didn't affect me. I still had enough blue. The idea was we want to get to max speed, trigger Aether Siphon, draw cards, mill cards, and then also use the River Churn Monument to mill cards and then eventually exhaust, which, as you saw, we were able to do. Thanks a lot for watching the video. I appreciate it. Give me the likes, the subscribes, the comments, whatever you want to do, and I'll try to do one of these midweek magics every week. Thanks a lot for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.